Okay, so let's start with the biggest takeaway right up front. The best things that will happen to you are usually out of your control. However, when they happen, you are always part of the equation, and that is something that you have influence on. In 2024, the Tomken project that I play drums for took part in a local band contest. And to our surprise, we won. 1 year later, we go to the national finals, and we get picked as winners again. Now, that was surprising and overwhelming to say the least. But I said we got picked. And that is because both times a jury decided. And while we have no control over what the jury will take into consideration while choosing the winner, we certainly can control our effort. We can come prepared, we can give our best, and we can be authentic while doing that. That leads me to my second learning. Come prepared and with a broad skill set. Once Momo had asked me whether I would play the drums for Tomken, I knew we would need the technical infrastructure for rehearsals and finally for gigs. And that was when I started learning about the Roland SPD-SX Pro, not only for hybrid drumming, but also for backing tracks and custom clicks. I also started learning about digital interfaces, not only because we would need one for our in-ear monitoring rack, but they also make you understand signal flow better and give you the opportunity to do recordings, for example, of your bands live on stage. On top of that, around 2 years ago, I also got my van, which would now give me the opportunity to drive us and our equipment to gigs and other events. So when two friends from an earlier band formation came and asked me whether I would play acoustic drums for their studio project, I was now able to show them a realistic picture of that this would not only be a studio project, but we could also play their songs live. And now, half a year later, well, we're rehearsing regularly. We're also booking gigs. We're writing new songs, we're recording demos here in this room with the equipment, and all of this is possible because I was not only focusing on my main instrument. Oh, and by the way, if you want to know more about the music project that I'm involved in, I will leave some information in the description. Third learning. Run a marathon once a year. And I don't mean that literally, but once a year I take a week off and I do something that I got from Edgarska, which is accumulate 40 hours of pure practice time. And that excludes any form of time spent not practicing your craft. And while this is maybe not possible for the vocalists, I found that when I did that in the last 6 years, at the end of the process, at the end of this painful week, I always come out one level further. New vocab, better coordination, improved stamina, faster thinking, all improvements from just 1 week of deeply investing into yourself. Oh, and I will make a video about my learnings from these 40-hour weeks that I do once a year, so subscribe if you want to know more about it. Learning number 4, it doesn't take much to get by. Now, this might be a controversial one, but last year I got fired. It was around summer, and we had gotten a new boss at my work, and he didn't think he would need short-time workers, so he got rid of them. Anyway, I did the calculation, and I finally found out that I don't really need the second source of income anymore. I acquired some more students, and I got busy with learning number 2 from earlier. And after half a year, I started printing profits again. And while part of the truth is that I have very low living expenses and I did some very heavy investing in the last years, not only into equipment but also knowledge and skills, now is the time to state that I'm a drummer and I'm a drum teacher and it works. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. But I said we got picked, and that is because both. But I said we got picked, and that is because both times. But I said we got picked, and that is because. Oh.